on Spell. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video and another recent reads. Still catching up. So 10 more books. Just got out of the shower and thought I'd film this. First is the third and I believe final book in the Maya and the Rising Dark series, Maya and the Lord of Shadows by Rena Barron. And HarperCollins had sent me this. Thank you so much. What an epic final showdown of a conclusion. This was phenomenal. This was such a thrilling, gripping, magical, non-stop adventure of a conclusion. This friend group consisting of Maya, Frankie, and Eli has become one of my all-time friend groups from a book. One of my favorites. They're really family in all the ways that matter. They're each so unique in personality and magical abilities, and I just love all of it. Eli's gift is just so cool though. A couple new additions to their team also were so incredible. Maya blushing is just the cutest, true. If you know, you know. I love Maya. She's the type of person you want in your corner. She would literally go to the ends of the earth and beyond for those she loves, and even the ones she doesn't even know if they're being wronged or need help in any way. Her and her friends each have flaws, like every human on the planet, and aren't written as perfect characters, which makes them more relatable, endearing, and lovable. You want them to succeed and kick some evil butt. This was non-stop everything in here, and I devoured this so fast. Even saw some names from mythology I recognize make an appearance in here. A certain big guy who is one of my favorites, and I love that. Just highly recommend this whole trilogy, and I really hope the author will write more middle grade in the future because she is amazing. Then I finally read the first book in the Greystone Secret series by Margaret, Peterson, Haddix, The Strangers. That's forever. It feels like. And I absolutely loved everything about this. It's such an imaginative, unique, and creative story with so many amazing layers. The chapters alternate between our three sibling main character points of view, and I love that. Especially with this type of story, with all the secrets, everything discovered. It was so good to be able to see each kid's experience and how it differed and how each sibling really brought something different yet equally important to the table. When the big secret was revealed, I was shocked. It was done so well. I never thought that was going to be the big reveal, and I love that. So I can't go into too much detail because I don't want to spoil any of that aspect for anyone. But all the puzzles, codes, secrets, mysteries, the kids who look like them and have the same first and middle name and birthdays, just so many details in this that just blew me away with the attention to the story and its world and characters. Such amazing characters who are just so lovable. They each grab your heart for different reasons. I love Natalie as well and what she brought to their little team. Such a sharp girl. Superb character growth and development and amazing world and story building. And also so many great underlying messages in here as well. Highly recommend. Then I read Fantastic Tales of Nothing by Alejandra Green and Fanny Rodriguez. It's a graphic novel. And this was a fun, cute, quick read with a very Disney-like feel, and even has a character who seems to talk like they know they're in a book. I did get a bit confused at times when things seemed to go all over the place in different directions, but I enjoyed the read overall, and the art is just brings together everything to life beautifully, and I had a really fun time with this. And then I read the third book in the Sinister Summer series by Kiersten White, Camp Creepy. And Random House Kids, P1 Random House has sent me this, so thank you so much. And these are just everything. And I just fall more and more in love with this series each book I read. Like I said, this is the third book, and it was absolutely phenomenal. This one might seem the most scary because of how over-the-top normal everything appears. The kookiness and weirdness of these is just so great. Some amazing messages in this one especially, and I think Theo and Alexander learned a lot about themselves and each other and had some great character growth and development here. Another great adventure and so many twists. We learned some very surprising new info, but still so many questions. So eager to keep adventuring with these amazing kids to all their sinister destinations to learn more and more. Just highly recommend, and I cannot wait for that fourth book that comes out in May. And then I read Momo Arashima, Seals the Sword of the Wind by Misa Sugiura. And Random House Kids, Random House has sent me an advanced reader's copy. And I love this book so much. Along with these amazing magical aspects, there were so many relatable issues mixed in here as well. Momo herself is such a relatable, endearing character. Her, Danny, and even Nico have some incredible character growth as well. This has amazing story building also. Everything we learn and see along the way with Momo and friends is so fascinating and intriguing. I was hooked from the start. Her mother's backstory, the danger currently happening, the mystery of certain things with Danny, and even Nico, who is just so intriguing and incredible. He has my whole heart. Such detailed writing and such an imaginative read and so atmospheric. Many twists and turns in here, along with so much danger, action, and suspense. Added with the very high stakes, race against time vibes, fast-paced, edge-of-my-seat read for sure. Epic ending. So many questions answered, some with some very surprising answers. And now new questions to go with some of the unanswered. Love it and can't wait for more. So highly recommend, and I'm so excited for more to come. And this is out now. Then I read the third and I think final book in the Rose Campion series by Gardner, The Rose Campion and the Christmas Mystery. This was an amazing third book. Pretty sure this is the last, like I said, and I'm sad there won't be more, but wow, I love these so much. And this was also a great winter read, being set at Christmas time. The setting of this Victorian era theater in London, full of the most amazing music hall acts of all sorts, is the best each book. Such an atmospheric setting itself. Then each murder mystery and amazing cast of suspects is so incredible each time. This one was no exception. The way the villains were done in this one was so intriguing. I loved also how it connected to the underlying main mystery from years before as well. And I love the way everything came together and everything that was revealed. Highly satisfying ending to an amazing trilogy for sure. Great messages in here also. Phenomenal cast of characters all the way around. Engaging writing and just so gripping also. Very hard to put down when I had to. Highly recommend the whole trilogy. Continuing on with my winter reads was The Winter King by Cohen. So I have finally read this one. Such an atmospheric, gripping, thrilling, dark at times, upper middle grade with so many amazing messages at the core. I love this. The author describes the setting as set in a Nordic world shaped by the myth of Hades and Persephone, but with twist. And I love that. Such a cold and dangerous world full of many hardships, but at the same time, you can see how much beauty as well. I love the mystery of the wolves also. They're my favorite animal. I saw a review mentioning a wolf dying, and I researched but never saw anyone else mention it, and I almost let that stop me from reading, and I'm so glad I didn't because it wasn't even true. This has terrific world and story building. I was so fascinated by the backstory of the god and leaders of this world and the apparent parallels to our own. Cora is a feisty, brave, strong-willed main character who will do anything to protect her family. Like many people have in her own world, she defies a god who would let awful things happen to her and her family. That's part of any journey in one's faith usually, as well as the many problems with the flesh and blood people in charge of teaching God's word in each faith. I didn't know if I would enjoy the faith aspects and how Cora was acting, but I'm so glad I read this because when it all came together, everything she rebelled against and went through to get to the truth was just beautiful. Emotional in the very best of ways. And every detail of the story was brilliantly done. Don't want to spoil, but everything that comes to light and even how we can compare it to parts of our own world were amazingly done. Very atmospheric when read, full of danger, suspense, family, friendship, bravery, loyalty, great messages and faith. Just highly recommend. And continuing on with sequels of series I've read. The sixth in the Adventures on Train series by M.G. Leonard and Sam Sedgman. The Arctic Railway Assassin also counts as a wintry set read too. Like I said, this is the sixth in the series, so I can't really say how much. But this series really does just get better and better. This was so good. I flew through this like I have all the others. This might even be my favorite. There was also even more danger and suspense in this, and we even had a delightful surprise tag-along on the adventure with our two favorites. So atmospheric as usual with the new locations and new trains so vividly described, but also the winter and Christmas time setting added extra atmosphere as well. I just love this. I highly recommend the whole series. I don't know if there's going to be more still, but I really hope so. Love it. Love them. And then I read The Ink of Elspeth, the first in the Inkwell Chronicles by J.D. Peabody. And the author had sent me this. Thank you so much. This was such a highly imaginative, unique, amazing story, and I absolutely loved it. This has a secret society, magical ink, adventure, family, and more. There are evil villains with dastardly plot. One villain is one of the good turned bad as well. I loved the idea of inklings, and seeing some names I recognized was so great. This has such a charming, magical classic in the making, even nostalgic feel to it. Everett did get on my nerves at times, but only by acting and feeling like a real-life kid that age would. Some kids annoy me. It's just how it is. But he had very relatable reasons. He wanted to make his mark, so to speak, be as great as his dad and those around him, give his dad something to be proud of. He had phenomenal character growth and development by the end of the story as well. His sister Vivienne is a little Houdini in the making, and I adored her. Gilroy probably has in my heart, though. And like I've said, the ink is such a creatively unique magic system and such a refreshing idea. So impressed by the writing and storytelling, so engaging and engrossing. Vivid details, highly imaginative and atmospheric, phenomenal characters, all of them. All the details that make up the magic of this world, the ink and the backstory of it all, the inklings, the inkwells, the blotters, conductor, class courier class, fomentory, ink case, and so much more. Just highly recommend. I cannot wait for that next book. And lastly for this video, Lost Legends of Nothing by Alejandra Green and Fanny Rodriguez. This is the sequel to the graphic novel I mentioned earlier, and HarperCollins sent me this. Thank you so much. And the naked hardback is the same as the cover. And we continue on our quest in the second book with our colorful, highly entertaining characters, full of magic, humor, adventure, danger, and more. A real quest of an adventure story full of high stakes. Some beautiful artwork again, and just had a great time with this. I don't know if there's going to be more, but I would enjoy reading more. Had a great time. Okay, this one's going to be really, really short. There were a lot of sequels in here, I think, though. So, have you read any of these? Did you like them? Did you not? Let me know in the comments. Hope you enjoyed the video. And if you'd like to subscribe, I would love that if you'd like to. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.